Hi there. Tonight we're making a shrimp casserole, so please stick around. This one. Tonight we're making a shrimp casserole. For the most part it's going to be done in the Dutch oven, but I am going to do some of the early prep work over here in the Coleman stove and in my little chicken fryer. The recipe comes from Louisiana Backroads Restaurant Cookbook. It's a book that our daughter got for us on one of her trips down to Louisiana. I've tried several different things out of here, and I plan on sharing some more with you guys later. But this one comes from this one. If I can get to it real quick, I don't think I even marked the page. So, but if I find it, shrimp casserole. So it is a recipe that originally originates from. Let me see if I can show it to you. The Cajun Catch restaurant. It's quite simple, but it's really tasty. So give me a quick second to get myself started here. We're going to, for the most part, just start sauteing up some onions and celery and pepper and assembling everything. But anyhow, give me a quick second to get some butter melted, and I'll be right back with you. Not a terrible big deal, but still enough. I've just been informed that there's a big storm coming to this area in about half an hour, and I'm not going to make it in half an hour. So anyhow, we're going to get this started. Might have to move some cameras around after a little bit or whatever, but first off, I've got a can of cream of mushroom soup, and I'm supposed to have a can of cream of cheddar cheese soup, something like that. And I have this, all the times we've made this before, I've kind of tried to kick it up just a little bit with the Fiesta Nacho soup, and that's what I'm going to use again tonight. It adds a little bit to it. So we're going to just get these warming. It worked out. That was going to have to scrape out a big mess. We're just going to kind of get these little guys heating up. Yeah, I knew one was going to be two. There it goes. It is done. Yep, there's thunder now. It has done nearly nothing but rain the last 2 weeks. And it is still forecasted to rain even more well into next week. So, what do you do? Springtime in the south. Alright, so we're going to get that heating up. My butter should be just about melted, so we can start sauteing the veggies. Okay, my butter is pretty good and melted. Sitting at an angle, so I'm careful not to slide these things out. I've got a whole onion, 3 stalks of celery, about a quarter of a green bell pepper, and a quarter of a red bell pepper, and 3 cloves of garlic. And we're just going to saute these down, soften them up a little bit. It also calls for fresh parsley, but I don't have fresh parsley. I got dried parsley, so I'm going to set that off to the side and add it at a different interval. Ooh. So once these saute down a little bit, we'll add the shrimp and then mix in the rest of the ingredients and then put it in the Dutch oven. Okay, so let's see how we're doing here. Ooh. Oh yeah, they're sweating down pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and add the shrimp and then start my charcoal. Once you get the shrimp cooking, it's everything kind of goes right together once the shrimp's done. So I need to find a place for this. Start my charcoal. So I've got full 32-ounce bag of large shrimp. It was all the shrimp I could find. There we go. 2 pounds, yeah, 2 pounds of shrimp. I usually don't use the large shrimp like this, but it was the only shrimp that I was already peeled, deveined, and tails cut off. So if we can keep this from sliding off into the ground, I'll set that there for a quick minute. Let the shrimp pink up, and then start some charcoal. That thing is driving me batty. I just know I'm going to lose it. Alrighty. See how we're doing here. The shrimp is starting to pink up pretty good. Starting to smell really good. The cheese sauce and the cream of mushroom soup is, I turned that burner off. It's going to stay warm long enough to finish this. It incorporated itself really well. I didn't want to scorch it to the bottom of the pan or anything, so it's heated up through. Okay, just a couple more minutes on that, and the coals themselves are going pretty good too. Again, I apologize about all the neighborhood noises. Just can't get away from it this year. Okay, let me turn this down a little bit. The little shrimpies they look really, really good right there. Put that guy on the bottom. Okay, here's where we start adding everything else to it. We're gonna incorporate our sauce. A little bit left. I guess that's about as much as I'm going to get out of that. Run all that together nicely. I'm so afraid that that is going to slide right out of there. have got, started off as a cup of uncooked brown rice, and we cooked it up, and it is, so should be 2 cups brown rice. Oops, runaways. Just kind of slightly fold and roll that into it. Probably would help when you weren't sitting on a hill and then sideways. And then get something else to add to it too. In fact, just trying to get this blended together first. Alright, I'll go ahead and turn that off too, because I'm not going to need it really anymore. Alright, okay, so now I'll add the parsley that I was really supposed to add earlier. It was supposed to be a full cup of fresh parsley, so I went with like a tablespoon and a half of the dried stuff, and then some green onions, and 3 pieces of bread toasted. I'd used 2 of my wife's multi-grain bread and then 1 piece of Texas toast. And then we'll just, I was afraid that was going to happen. We'll just kind of mix all this together real gently. Coals are ready, and give me a quick second to resituate my cameras, and we will just drop this in the Dutch oven and get it cooking, and then you won't have to listen to my neighbors mow their grass any longer, or hopefully not anymore. Alright, there's a ring of 7. Pull them a little bit further out because I don't want that to burn up the bottom. Okay. Trying to stay out of the cameras too. Alright. Man, that's heavy. Alright. Let's try to do it this way. Just pour this into there. At home, you would have done it in a 13 by 9 baking dish, which is about the same as a 12-inch Dutch oven. I do not have a 12-inch shallow Dutch oven though. Hint. So yeah, we'll just kind of lay that in there nice and gently like that. Oh, I forgot one. Okay, we're supposed to also mix in a couple drops of hot sauce. I'm going to. Let's see. All we have at the house right now is some Jason Aldean's from his restaurant in Nashville, which I think is just now reopened back up too, thanks to all this mess. And, ooh, that pours out thick, so we're just gonna. It was supposed to be 5 or 6 drops. Yeah. And we'll just kind of swirl that around. Just a little bit like that. Alright. That was really supposed to have been done in the last step, but okay. Top it off with a little bit of Italian breadcrumbs. And then the rest of the coals. 350 for half an hour. Because it's going to take the oven a few minutes to heat up. I'm going to go 45 minutes. We'll peek on it after that. I am using a 10-inch deep. Like I said, 12-inch shallow probably would have been the right one, but it's going to it's got to be just fine. There we go. Well, we have beat the rain to this point anyhow. We can ride it out for another half hour and we'll be eating. Trying to. Okay, it has been pretty close. I'm going to pull it regardless. It's right at 7 o'clock, and it's later than my wife likes to eat, so. It's done regardless, so. This is where we're at with it. Raining pretty good. Getting dark. Let's see how we did. Oh, I did not bring out my little trivia. It sure looks good, doesn't it? Okay. I do not want to cheat you guys. So, I brought up just a little bit. I'm going to do the ever so small little taste test just for you. Okay, so I got a little shrimp, some rice. I might not have got a toasted piece of bread in there or not, but a little breadcrumbs give it a little extra crunch. That's kind of nice. Yep. You know, I really just want to say it's just like it always has been. But you guys don't know what that's like. So, yeah. Jason Aldean hot sauce gives you just a little bit of an afterbite. Yeah. Otherwise, the cheese and mushroom sauce keeps it nice and sweet. It's a good deal, a good meal, good dish for camping. So, all that being said, I want to thank you for watching, putting up with me complaining about my neighbors and their lawnmowers. And we'll see you next time.